What is up, Facebook? There we go. Oh, I've been live for a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay. Welcome to today's Facebook Live training, you beautiful, beautiful humans. I'm so happy to have you here. Sorry, there was a weird delay and I was like, am I live? Am I not live? All right, I am live. So thank you guys for joining me. Today, I'm going to be talking about getting back on track. And I know for me personally, the summer was pretty crazy, pretty chaotic. We didn't really have a ton of structure as we were doing a ton of traveling. So it was really hard. It was hard on Evie, but I feel personally that fall is like this new reset. It's like a second New Year's resolution. This is the time where a lot of parents, a lot of moms get back into their routines. They get back into a really good schedule. They have to get up early to get their kids off to school, and then they have a little time to focus on them. Now, I know this looks very different for everybody as we all have so many different things on our plates. Some are parents, some are not parents. Some have a spouse to help, some don't have a spouse to help. And I can tell you, I have now been in the shoes of all of those individuals I'm speaking of. I've been I guess there was obviously a point in my life where I didn't have a daughter. I didn't have kids that I had to plan my life around. I mean, let me rephrase that. I always have had kids since I've been married. However, they did live with their mom. And so my life looked a little bit different. Now I have Evie. She is full-time mine. So I do have a bit of a different dynamic. And as a lot of you know, Ken has been gone since May. So I have been a single parent since May. So I do understand the stress of, having multiple kids, being a stay-at-home mom, being a working mom, and now doing it all by myself. So I can definitely walk many shoes and have experienced a lot of things myself. So that's what I'm here today to share is, this time a lot of women a lot of kids, they're all going back to school. It's crazy for me, like having Evie off in school all day long, 5 days a week, because that has not been the case. They just changed kindergarten here in Utah to full day. And yeah, so she's in full day kindergarten, 5 days a week. It's been a huge adjustment. Last week was our first week, and actually last week was only half days. So today's a new day. Today's a full day of school for her. So as I said in the very beginning, this time is like a new beginning. And I feel like it's kind of like that fun, fresh start. And the season's about to change. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of change that's about to happen. So today I wanted to give you guys some tips to really help put your health first so that, ultimately you can show up as the best version of yourself. And I do believe that self-care, putting ourselves first, is not selfish. We must fill our own cups in order to be the best version of ourselves, be the best mom, be the best friend, be the best spouse, be the best coworker. I truly believe that through and through, that it is so important to put yourself first. So what does that look like? And I did a poll and I asked, what is something that you're looking forward to now that the kids are going back to school? And a lot of people said getting up early, having more structure to their routine. So I want you to think about, what does that look like for you? What does that structure need to look like for you? For me personally, I think it's very important to wake up that moment that alarm clock goes off so that you immediately are in control of your day. So wake up, whatever time that looks like for you. I usually get up about an hour before Evie does so that I can, fill my cup first. And I can, start having breakfast ready for her, start, just making sure that everything is lined up so that our morning goes smoothly. Because I can tell you, the smoother our morning goes, the better my day is going to go, the better day she's going to have at school. So it actually starts the night before. We start the night before by setting clothes out. We pack lunches the night before. So moms, so ladies, this is something you could be doing as well. Make sure the night before you have your food ready for the next day. And it doesn't have to be like in specific Tupperwares, just depends on what your lifestyle looks like. But ultimately, planning those meals ahead is going to help you stay on track with your fitness goals. Then maybe do some sort of movement. So in the mornings, I either do a walk or I do some sort of stretching and some meditation and breath work before my daughter even wakes up. That's something for me. Helps me fill my cup, helps me be calm, cool, collected, show up as the mom I want to be. And it helps my mindset and my mindset for the day. So I'm not saying that's what you have to do. It's just a suggestion, or it's something maybe you could try. And if you like it, great. If not, so start the night before, making sure you're setting out clothes, making sure everything is, in line so that you wake up the next morning and you are in control of your day. I feel like when I'm in control, I don't feel like I'm rushing to get breakfast done, to get the dogs fed, to get Edie to the bus on time. And it makes the morning go so much more smooth. So planning ahead is going to be crucial. Again, some sort of movement throughout the day. And if you're stuck in an office, like I'm sure many of you women are, make sure that you're just getting up. We all get 10-15 minute breaks. Use that as an opportunity to get away from your desk, go for a little walk and move your body. I had like a full-time government job on top of, personal training. And I remember when I first got that job, and that was the first time I ever sat for, an extended period of time. And my hip flexors were so tight, they hurt. So I knew like I needed to get up and move my body, and it was fun. So I had some other coworkers that wanted to be healthy and fit too. So there were times when we would do like a push-up challenge or some crunches or some squats. We would we would get out of the office and go outside every day at 10 a.m. We would take our mail. We would take mail to the post office on post. I don't know what it's called, but anyways, we would take our mail, we would take the mail and get some steps in and just get out of the office. I think that's very, very important. And then instead of sitting at your desk and working through lunch, or like working while eating, make sure to just like turn the screen or get away, or turn the screen off, or just get away from that desk for a moment. It's okay, your work is going to be there, and give yourself 5 minutes to just decompress and eat. So I highly suggest making sure you're giving yourself small little breaks throughout the day. And then what can you do at nighttime to stay active, but also include your family, include your children? Maybe that's going for a walk after dinner. Maybe that's doing yoga before bed. Maybe that is, going for a bike ride in the evening. Do something to get your kids involved, and that's going to help you be more active as well. I know Evie loves going for a bike ride, loves going for a walk in the evening. So those are things that we do together. Maybe it's preparing dinner together. Maybe your kids love to cook, and that has been one thing that has been so helpful, to get Evie to help me cook, to get her to eat the foods. She's a very picky eater, so if she's helping prepare food, she's more likely to try it. So make sure you're setting realistic goals. If you set out, I just had this conversation with a good friend of mine who her and her husband got in a fight, actually, because he was like, kids are back in school, we're going to work out every single day out of the week. And she's like, I just want to work out 3 days a week. And they got in a fight because he was like, no, 6 days or nothing. And she's like, no, let's like ease into things. And the thing is, I mean, it's great to have those goals, like big, audacious, scary goals, right? Like that's very important. However, if you make these goals and they are not realistic, then when you don't follow through, you're just losing confidence in yourself. So start small, you guys. Maybe that is going for one walk every single day. during work. Maybe it's a lunch walk. That's one of my favorite things. That's one thing we do with a lot of clients when they're like, I truly have so much on my plate. I don't have time to work out. Okay, where can we fit some movement in? And maybe it's fitting in a little bit of movement while you're at your desk. That's something we can all do. So just think about that. Okay, now make sure you're staying hydrated as well. And this again starts the night before. So what I personally do is every night before I go to bed, I fill up my water. I fill up this bad boy and I take it with me and I set it by my nightstand. I set it there. That way, first thing in the morning, I grab it. I start drinking water immediately. I start drinking my water, go into the bathroom, wash my face, brush my teeth, get ready for the day, and I keep drinking my water. All while I have my coffee maker set up so that it automatically runs about an hour after I'm awake, so I can have that cup of coffee. And then I make breakfast for Evie and I after I do my own morning routine, a little bit of movement, breath work, meditation, and just, control. I have control of my day and it just makes me feel absolutely amazing. But whatever you do, make sure that it fits you and it fits your lifestyle. I'm just giving you some suggestions on what works great for me, but create that morning routine, create that nighttime routine that's going to help set you up for success the next morning. And then, very important, make sure you're prioritizing sleep as well. And I know we have so much on our plates. As I mentioned, kids are going to be getting back into school, getting back into sports. We have soccer starting, tumbling. Evie's going to be doing a running club. So we've got a lot. I'm in the military. I run my own business. I host networking events, women's events. Like, I get it, you guys. We are all very, very busy people. So make sure that you're prioritizing that sleep, trying to get a minimum 7 hours of sleep a night, especially for my high achieving women who are watching today. Once we hit 35, we start going through, our bodies start, some of us, not all of us, but we do start having symptoms of perimenopause. And that means all of our sex hormones are gradually dropping. And sleep is going to be one of the most important things to help with hormone just support. So make sure you're getting that sleep. It is definitely not overrated. Join a group of people who are like-minded, who share similar goals as you. And I heard this today on a little talk and I was like, yes, girl, she said, do not take advice from somebody who you wouldn't want to be in their shoes. So if you have a friend or a family member who is not healthy, doesn't make the healthiest choices, but is trying to tell you what to do to be healthy, I would maybe, take that with a grain of salt. Maybe they've got some good advice, but they're not following it themselves. I'm just saying, surround yourself with people who you strive to be like, who are going to push you, who are going to get you out of that comfort zone to really help you reach your goals. And, we have an amazing group. We have a community of women who we are all about surrounding ourselves with extraordinary women just like yourselves to really level up in our health, our wealth, and our connections. Because I believe when we put ourselves first, when we start taking care of ourselves, that's going to propel us forward in every aspect of our life. So I'll dive into that here in just a moment. We have an amazing opportunity for you to join our community and get the challenge that we have coming up for free. And then last tip is to make sure that you are tracking your progress. See, keep a journal or, find a way to track off your meals, track off, these habits that you're trying to put into place, because that's going to help you stay motivated. That's going to let you see how far you've come. And I believe in taking progress photos and some measurements as well, because sometimes that scale is not going to be our best friend. And we don't want that scale to control us. So make sure that you're doing some of these things to help keep track of your progress. One thing I used to do is on a calendar, I would put a W or an L. And a W would be like, I won the day, I accomplished my habits, which would be like our foundations, water, movement, sleep, nourishment, and mindset. So if all 5 of those things are checked off, I get a W. If not, I get an L, which means I lost the day, but that's okay. Tomorrow's a new day. I don't let that stuff get to me like I used to. So it's just, reframing that mindset is so, so powerful. All right, so those are my tips. I hope that that was helpful to, help you get back on track, help you feel like this is that nice like reset that you need. And then I really am excited to talk about our fall reset and shred challenge. So this starts next Monday. We are getting down to the last week of enrollment. We do have a few spots left in this challenge. I said I was only going to take 30 women. We're at 29, but I think I can take a few more. So if you are interested, today is the very last day to join this challenge for free. And what I mean by free, well, first of all, let me tell you about this challenge. So this challenge is I am putting a group of women and myself and my Fit Life coach, Marissa, through the very first phase of our metabolic reset method. And this phase is specifically designed through nutrition and supplementation to help you reset your metabolism. So make sure that we are fueling your body properly. We are going to detoxify your liver. We're going to upregulate your thyroid and your adrenals. So these three systems ultimately are going to help you increase your metabolic rate so you can eat more calories but lose weight at the same time. So we are putting your body through a detoxification process. Your liver makes up about 20% of your overall basal metabolic rate. So if we can clear out that liver, which is working so hard for you to detoxify your body as is, we're just going to give it a little bit of support and help it regulate itself a little bit better so that you can ultimately lose weight. What happens, like some of the benefits of this phase, a lot of our women are going to lose anywhere from 5 to 15 pounds. But what is so amazing is not only are you going to lose the weight, but you're going to look even smaller because you're dropping inflammation. All of the food that we're eating is strategic, like a very strategic meal plan designed to help you drop inflammation, feel absolutely amazing, and just give you energy, give you all of the micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, everything to just feel your absolute best. However, it is a detox process, so there may be a few days where you don't feel your best. So I'm just being transparent, sharing everything with you guys. So are supplements required during this process? They are not. You can get the same benefits from food alone. However, I like to say that supplements do skyrocket your results. So keep that in mind. So normally this challenge is $197 for the 3 weeks, but we are waiving that if you become a member of the Fit Life Collective, which is a community of amazing, extraordinary, high achieving women like yourself who are looking to just elevate their life through health, wealth, and connection. So you're going to have all of the resources to be successful, access to my app, and workouts, meal plans, a whole library of resources for you to be successful along your health and fitness journey for only $27. So you get a $200 challenge for free by becoming a Fit Life Collective member for $27. So I feel like that's a pretty darn good deal. And that is definitely going to, this flush is going to set your body up for success. It's kind of like a primer. It primes your body to be ready to go into a dieting phase. A lot of women who come to us and want to start coaching and want to start losing weight, their body is not ready for a weight loss phase. And it's because they've been in such a calorie deficit for an extended period of time that if we try to put them in a calorie deficit to lose the weight, we have to go to extreme measures, and we do not want to do that. So that's what the challenge is all about. If you guys have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments. But today is the last day. If you do not join the challenge today by becoming a Fit Life Collective member, then the price of the challenge does go up to $200. So thank you guys for joining me. I will see you next Monday, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week.